We're just going to get to it. I'm going to tell you a story. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. You may have noticed, God darn it, I can't even lift it with this hand. I'm going to talk about my hand first, and I'm going to talk about manifesting. I don't even think there's a reason to talk about the manifesting because I think all it is you girls, you're just going to keep on doing what you do that has no bearing or anchoring in reality. And then men just bang their heads. What the hell are they doing? And I don't even know if it's worth banging our head. I think we just got to do this so that we know, like, you're not insane. That no, men, you're not crazy. The girls are the ones that are wrong. Generally speaking, you guys manifest stuff too. I'd help out the black community, all you young black men out there. Like you listen. Okay, still female in origins. The problem starts with the female. What do your little grade school teachers tell you, young black men or black boys? You can follow your heart, and money will follow. Well, whatever. Not every, but most young black boys. What do they want? Well, football, basketball, sports, athlete, rapper. Okay, nothing wrong with those dreams. But then you manifest your dream and you become the worst thing ever with the highest death rate. The most, you think working oil rigs has the highest death rate. That's the most dangerous job in America. The most dangerous job in America with the highest death rate is aspiring rap artist. So even there, you got the woo 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 bullshit with your chakra crystals, believing all that other crap. But I don't know. I think we just got to affirm these like self-affirmations. Like, no, we're not the crazy ones who are insane. We don't believe in astrology and manifest. So hang on. I like drinking my coffee quickly so it doesn't lose its perfect temperature. It's a perfect temperature. Everyone questions, why are you slurping your coffee? Shut the fuck up and drink your cold coffee. There we go. Oh, I'm not doing it the way everybody else does it. Holy shit. Let's go execute. You crucify me. Let me tell you about this. Can you see that? The little scrape. There's not even, hang on, I'll put the light on it. Not that, a little scrape. That's all. It's not that bad, right? So I went hiking. I tried to get up this crevasse and grabbing on. I fell. I didn't fall more than 2 feet. Just the first step up, didn't grab, and then came down and scraped my hand a little bit on a rock. Not even a jagged rock, just a rock. Oh, a little blood, not a crisis. But by God Almighty, there's some parts of the human body that if you injure it, you are literally crippled. It's not even that, it's not that bad. So I bruised this muscle here, whatever doctors are out there, I bruised that muscle. Pretty bad, but it's just a bruise. No different than if your buddy punched you in the shoulder back in the day. Although nowadays, what, can you even punch yourselves in the shoulder? There's a lineal alpha type. Yeah, he hit me. Yeah, and I am in a pissed off mood because I'm practically a cripple. So that muscle, whatever it is the one that allows you to grasp onto things. And whereas I was all day hiking, okay, it's hurting a little bit. But I didn't realize how key and critical that muscle is because I can't grab onto anything. I can move my hands. It hurts a little bit. But anytime there's any kind of pressure, like girlfriend says, here, open this jar. I couldn't. I'm like, I can't get the grasp with this hand to grasp it with my good one. And just that little injury, it's kind of turned me like monkeys. That I've gone from an ape, our great ancestors, ape. They grabbed onto things. They made tools. They hit each other with sticks. Now I'm relegated like a cat or a dog. I just got a paw. I can only paw at things. I can't grab. And it's feeling better than it was before. But honest to God, it's like my left arm might as well not even be there. I'm in the shower this morning. Like, okay, you go through these rote rehearsal things over time. You don't think about what hand do you put your shampoo in, right? Because your hand wasn't crippled for most of your entire life. So I take the shampoo. I put my shampoo into the left hand, squirt. And I'm like, oh, crap. Because I can't put it in with my left hand. So I kind of slather it on my hair, and I rely on my right hand to do it. But then the right hand can only get the right side of your head. So I'm reaching over, trying to do my shampoo like, oh, God. And it's not that, this was a crisis or anything, but I am shocked and amazed how I've turned into a simian, a non-human being, because I got a paw and one hand. That's not what we're here to talk about. So, girlfriend makes me coffee because I can't make it. It's going to be a hurdle to make it. And then she asks out of the blue, she's like, have you heard of this word manifesting? And I'm like, that's interesting coming from a high-level accountant. I'm like, where are you hearing that? Like, a little concerned, like, what are you listening to? That's like your friend of yours. Hey, have you heard about this white privilege thing? Yeah, what about it? What, you got an opinion? Well, I was just thinking maybe I should bend over and spread my ass cheeks, let everybody else have had it in my ass, because I'm a little guilty of it because it's the popular thing. So I was a little worried. I say, yeah, what? Where'd you? And she says, Nordstrom. Nordstrom has they say manifesting summer. And I've heard that a couple of the podcasters I'm listening to. I'm like, okay, so tell me more. I'm interested, because she doesn't listen to like, oh my goodness, it just manifested movie, student loan bailout. I manifested Biden giving me a student loan bailout. So she listens to some of these gals who, and it didn't make no sense. Because she says, well, there's these gals, one started a fashion line and is successful with it. So, I guess I'm not a fashion person, but yeah, you had to design the clothes. So she designed the clothes. She had to have an audience. She got an audience. And I got to imagine if she was successful with her clothesline, she must have built up an audience. So that took work and regular content creation. You can't be boring. You must have done something constructive, critical, of value. And then she had to line up suppliers and have it, tailors or textile to actually manufacture whatever clothes this gal was making. Then she sold it. I imagine you had to get distributors. And the GF was saying, yeah, so she put in all this work. She says, well, if you just manifest, it will come. And the GF even says, but you didn't manifest. You put all this work into it. And I was like, God damn it. It's time to spank you women in the asses now, in a metaphorical, fun way, not in a real way. It used to be fun at one time. Now it's horrible. We need to get you back into the real world. You need a course correction with this word manifest, because it was already bad enough. And now it has, like typical leftist, absolutely no meaning to whatever meaning it might have had in the past before. And so I was telling her, like, yeah, but it wasn't manifest in the ways I've heard it, isn't successful businesswomen, entrepreneurial women who actually put in the work and did hard and earned their profit. It's a bunch of, frankly, loser women who don't want to put in the hard work to get good things out of life, but just believes that if they think about it, if they manifest it, it'll come. Largely in the realm of dating, where you girls think, if I just think of Hugh Jackman, he'll show up. I'm so verklempt. And then money. And I guess it's been going on before. There's a lot of things. It's, God damn it, I wish you boomer men just fucking informed us about all this crazy shit the women do. But I do remember the astrology stuff. And for the most part, we all thought, oh, okay, a little funny thing. Remember the origami, the predictor origami thing? Whatever it was a cute little game. We thought it was a game. Actually, hang on. Let me take a look at this. It's a shocking percentage. What percent of women believe in astrology? It's some shockingly high. 30% are slightly more likely. Honest to God, journalists. No wonder you journalists are getting fired. Listen to it. Women, 30% are slightly more likely to say they believe in it. I'm just going to go. Here's a chart. I like charts. Women 45 and older are more likely to believe in astrology than 45. Okay. 18 to 44-year-olds. Oh, shame, man. Shame. 1 in 4 Americans believe in astrology. But then as men grow up, they get out of it. They go from 38% to 9%, and women go from 32 to 23. Really? I'm so ashamed of you men. What man believes in astrology? Okay, so roughly a third of women of all ages believe in astrology. I, we thought it was like a funny haha thing. No, some of them actually fucking believe it. Rurb over at robsays.net. You find him on the YouTube. He did tarot card readings for manifest your student loan bailout. He's like, yeah, they believe this shit. Nothing's ever bad. Something good in the future. Blah, blah, blah. And then you look at the book, The Secret. People believe, oh, if you just manifest it, it will come. I'm like, people are falling for this shit. and the manifest that I've seen it in my capacity, the handful of videos where you see these TikTok girls, if you just manifest it, it's the same thing, just a different word that they've co-opted, like Marxists typically do with language, so that they say, no, we're not stealing from you. Well, it sure seems like it. No, that's democratic socialism. We all voted on it. Yeah, so it's not stealing because we voted on it, so it's good now. Oh, okay, you voted on it. All right. And let's bang our heads against the wall, shall we? Let's go. I'll do it for the benefit to no men. You're not the practical use of having these discussions is not to expect to instill reason, rationalization, accountability, empiricism, and reality into women. It's not. We know you're gonna believe Oprah. There is the perfect mental state. There is no getting through to you. This is purely the only thing good that's going to come out of this conversation so that you men know you're not fucking insane. And shame on you men, based on the polling data, where 38% of you believe in astrology under the age of 44. Absolute shame. Great shame upon you. All right. All this manifesting that the girls talk about, whether it's the two main camps of you're going to find the love of your life and or you're going to make a lot of money, it's just a big cope for the loser segment or strata of female society who don't want to work. That's it. It's the musician community. You're just waiting for your big break, but you won't show up on time. You won't do your job. You won't do it well. You won't set down the pot. And then some guy or gal busts their asses off, makes good money. They're a sellout. That's all it is. It's a bunch of lazy people waiting around for the environment, the universe, God, Gaia, whatever bullshit you want to believe in, that you win the lottery. You're there karaoke and you're Shania Twain, and some talent agent who's wealthy and rich not only gets you a multi-million-dollar contract, but ends up becoming your husband too. That someday your prince will come. I remember talking to an incredibly intelligent woman, like no joke, Mensa IQ certified intelligent woman. And I said, man, these gals, it's got to be interesting. Someday your prince will come. She's like, no, that's real. I said, what are you talking? Like, I thought she was joking with me. I thought she was joking. I said, no, I mean, your girls aren't actually think you're going to get like Henry Cavill or Hugh Jackman or anything like that. No. And she went to like the immediate switch from intelligence and logic and empiricism to, I don't even think it's emotion. I think it's genetic instinct. It was like mama bear instinct, but just this was Prince Charming instinct. No, he's coming. And she told you will never convince women that their prince isn't coming. I'm like, yeah, but the prince isn't. I don't have to convince anyone of that. Reality is going to convince them. Maybe you ought to find a guy who's like, good. Nope. He's coming. You just have to wait. And I realized it wasn't an act. It wasn't a joke. All that IQ, a powerhouse of an intelligent person, threw all that IQ away. And in this one thing, it was chakra crystals and astrology and Democrat socialism policies. Bernie Sanders bullshit. And whereas at least this gal, she puts in the effort. She's a very attractive woman. She diets. She's not dumb in that regard. She actually has more than a toe of reality into that. When you see this, especially, I rarely use the word grifter because I believe in the free market. I'm like, well, if you want to spend your money on that, I'm gonna. But these gals, the especially the dating coach, and I know you girls are gonna. I know, Aaron, they're not listening. I know, but I'm just pointing out to you boys, so you know you're not the ones that are saved. But you get these dating coaches, these female dating coaches that have no success in their life. If you manifest, it's just like, dude, like immediately, I don't even have a high-end bullshit detector, but well, actually I do, but even your entry level Walmart bottom grade bullshit detector should go immediately off with these girls. Like, if you just manifest it, it'll come. And all it is for you loser girls to avoid work. I know you girls better than you know yourselves. Let me explain to you the perfect mental state. Let's go over this once again. The number one goal for, I guess men could have it too, but let's just say for those with the perfect you must have the perfect mental state, is that your mental state must be perfect. That is the number one thing in life, is that you have a happy, content, perfect mental state. It is more important that that state of perfection and happiness or joy or whatever be maintained than actually having success and progress in the real world. And so, whereas people in the real world who see your problem, like, you would like to close the wage gap. Okay, we'll use the wage gap as a perfect example. We go up to the girls, we say, oh, well, here's the reason you're not making as much as men. You major in dumb crap and you don't work as much. If you stop majoring in dumb crap and you work an extra 100, 120 hours a week, that puts you on par with men. Then you will make, as much as men, maybe even more, depending on if you work more and major in the right things, even more so. And you, foolish man, think that that is what the real goal is. And then when they say, no, it's sexism, give us lower standards and just give us money and government aid to make work jobs programs. And you're a little offended. You're like, I'm actually trying to help you so you don't have crippling levels of debt like the millennial women. I'm trying to make it so you actually do make more money. You should go into engineering or accounting. I'm actually trying to help you. They don't want to close the wage gap. Or they do. Some certainly do at some level, but not as much as maintaining the perfect mental state. Because the perfect mental state, gentlemen, you violated that, telling them you have to go and major in engineering or STEM or that and work more. And that is not what they wanted to hear. The perfect mental state is they can keep doing the same not second grade like in school, but second tier level of effort and then close the wage gap, because it doesn't take any effort. It's just, I get my isms mixed up. It is just sexism. Make the rules now that we all make the same, even though you're a surgeon and I'm an elementary school teacher. And even though we want to close the wage gap. Oh, okay. Well, here's how you do that. You could close the wage gap by doing this. By making them do something that they don't want to do violates the perfect mental state. And they will not accept anything but the perfect mental state. I've said it. You want another one? Here's another one. These girls usually in manifest, it's usually to get Mr. Perfect. They want their Prince Charming. Any empirical person who actually cares about their fellow female, whether it's your sister or a female friend or a cousin, and you want to get a really good quality guy. Okay, you need to lose weight, you need to go to the gym, get long hair, big tits, don't have no other man's kid, and please, for the love of God, don't bring a bunch of student loan debt to the table. Super hypersonic re. And why are they reeing? Because you violated the perfect mental state. The perfect mental state is that they are perfect the way they are, and they are entitled to a man without having to put in any work. How dare you insinuate that there might have to be some effort or a modicum of work on their part to become something that the men, they're already perfect. You see the poster, women are perfect? Go look it up. He's just around the corner. And in line with the perfect mental state, as I've said before, what is it? The goal. Cappy, man, you say a lot of dumb shit, but every once in a while, there's a kernel of truth in there. The goal is Ryan Gosling. That's the goal. The dream is they don't have to work for it. That's the dream. Their goal is Jason Momoa. The dream is they can still being a fat pig horking down food and he's going to love them for them. That's the dream. And they're never going to give up their dream. And so I will say it again. The perfect mental state, their desire to remain in the perfect mental state is more important. Greater than sign, big, fat, bolded, greater than sign, any actual progress in the real world. And then once you understand this perfect mental state and how wedded, committed, addicted, whatever, how it's not going anywhere, starts to make sense. Where you could tell them, hey, you got to give up smoking, otherwise you could die of cancer. Hey, don't have some other guy's kids, otherwise you're really going to impair your dating ability. And then they do it anyway. Or, hey, if you want to find a guy, you want to get the guy, well, you got to do these things. No. They don't want to get, they want to manifest. This is why The Secret, that joke of a book, sold way more copies than mine. All my books, whatever criticisms you might have, call me a grifter. Oh, you're in it for money. Damn right I am. My books are empirical. There's not one bit of copium bullshit in my books. It's stop being a whitey little bitch, addressing to guys. Do the hard thing, go to the gym, sacrifice, and you will have progress. That's it. But nowhere in there is like, well, if you just hope someday you twiddle your hoo-ha enough, and then you get your 6-figure job. And that's what this manifesting is. And ladies, I know they're not listening, but for the few of you who are listening, here's your tough love. This is the kick in the ass you all need. Stop being lazy. Stop being a loser. Knock it off with this manifest bullshit. Somewhere deep in the Mariana Trench level of deep, in the very, very far back of your minds, you all know this is bullshit. And I do mean it's buried in there. But it's bullshit. And I would argue again that having no progress in the real world is no progress at all, and that you could have these things, you have to work for it. But for the love of God, please, for your own sake, and so that we are not pained and our stomachs are not churned, if you don't want to put in the work to succeed in anything in life, whether that's your career or your finances or romance, anything, health, right? If you don't want to put in the work, then do yourself a favor for the rest of your life, because it will improve your life. I'm not lying. This isn't a joke. Give up on the dreams you're never going to attain, because they're dreams. Stop torturing yourself. Again, I've given the example. I don't understand feminists, some of them at a certain level, where, okay, you have this philosophy based on the way you were born. Men are the enemy, or they're at least your competitors, and the patriarchy, and they're in the way, and you don't like them. Fine. Okay. If you don't like men, why do you keep talking about them? If you don't really, after I'm done with this, right? I answer everybody's question, helped out the young guys, help out the old guys. I don't go and like, rascally woman. I go hike. I settle for a girl who's an upper mid, who cooks and is nice and has a job. I go and I live my life. I don't understand. You girls like, oh, men, oh my God, oh, the Twittergrams and the TikToks. And I was like, dude, do you got time for that? How much happier would you be just going, like, let's say I didn't care about my girlfriend anymore. I didn't care about women. And I've thought about this a little bit, like, well, if this one goes away, what would I do? I would it would be a weird, almost seemingly contradictory lifestyle I would lead, where I'd be hiking and motorcycle riding, adventuring, which I do anyway now, but I think I would eat like a pig. I think I would have, Pazookies. I would have donuts, maybe not every day, but if I was gonna give up my pursuit of women, like, "No, I'm just done with that," then, boy almighty, there's a lot of things you can do. You can well, eating is the main one, you kinda let your body go. I don't think I go to the gym as much. I always ask that about feminists, like, "Look, if you don't like guys, why are you all pissed off? Why don't you just leave? Go fishing, go race cars, go" um, I don't even joke about it. The Twin Cities, there was a meetup group for lesbians in the Twin Cities, and by God, they were doing the funnest shit. They were. They were going roller skating, they were having barbecues, and I was just like, and you search and all of a sudden like, "Oh, hey, here's a really cool thing." Oh, I'm not a lesbian. But I think they had it right. Deadly serious. They were going out having a lot of fun. Like, well, can I join? No, I don't want to go to a singles 30 club. What? We go hang out with the lesbians. They're going pole vaulting. Yeah, having a good old time. Ladies, just look. Stop manifesting. Stop praying. Stop hoping. Stop being losers. And if you're going to be a loser, just accept the loser lifestyle. And it's not even a loser lifestyle. It's just a lifestyle of yourself. You don't want to put in the effort to get a guy. Fine, cool. Accept that, live that. But please knock it off with the astrology and the whole, what was it? Norm Macdonald, I don't care what Obama says. Hope is bullshit or hope is horrible. Hope is horrible. It gives you hope for something that ain't ever going to become real or true. And you waste all your time hoping and pining. Psychological costs that come with wait. Oh, maybe I'll get God Almighty. And I think of my buddy, brilliant woman. I'm like, it's almost like a handicap. Like, what? No, that's not what really? She's smarter than me. I'm like, no, it's not. It doesn't work that way. I'm like, well, how much of her life was she hoping and praying and waiting and hoping some more? And gals, it's more widespread than you think. Let me show you another. Like, what's with the makeup? Honest to God, 2/3 of American ladies. I want to know this because 2/3 are overweight. This criticism could be laid across men too. Why are you even putting on makeup? Why? The nails and the weaves and the sexy dresses when the girlfriends are getting ready to go out, and you're looking like, why? Why are you wasting your time with that? Why are you putting that on? And to provide further evidence to like deep, deep, deep in the Mariana recessed trenches of their minds, they know. You girls know because when you take pictures and you're fat, it's always this. That life has got to be horrible. It's just got to be horrible. It's the same as like people who go and get worthless degrees and then double down on a master's or a law degree. It's just got to be horrible. And I'm just give up. You're never going to get what you want because you're not willing to put in the work to get it. So acknowledge that and then move on with your life and get what you can get. Does that make sense? Like I look at the top of my game, at the top, I was probably a situational 9. I was an effective 9. Ballroom dance instructor, really good dancer, banker economist type, wore suits. Okay. And even then, okay, yeah, I was dating 8s and 9s, sometimes the 10s. But the reality dawned on me that maybe more intuitively than clearly in my mind, like these gals are not reliable. They keep going on with other guys. I can't keep them around. And inevitably, and Adam Piggott made this crystallized thought. Adam Piggott, by the way, go get his book, Pushing Rubber Downhill. It's a great book, by the way. Every man should read it, Hero's Journey. But he said the point, you don't want to be a 7 or an 8. because you'll have some successes with 8s and 9s. I don't think any guy really wants a 10. I mean, yeah, we wouldn't mind in a fit, but it's like, no, you're just too much trouble. No, I don't want to deal with that. So you think like, I could get an 8. I'm an 8. I got an 8, but the 8's always looking at 9s and 10s, and they can get, 8s do get 9s and 10s men, and then they pine and then they get addicted to 10 dick. She's just shooting up that 10 dick. So you got to go down. You got to like, yeah, you'll get, so it leads you on. You think like, yeah, I can bat at I'm punching at my own weight level. Like, no, you got to go down to get a commitment or a girl that actually likes you. I had to accept that reality. Like, oh, wait, this isn't working in the real world. If I want to have any success in the real world, I gotta go for an upper mid. I gotta go. Well, you can get them, but they're exceptionally rare, and there's usually always some kind of drama or bullshit, or they're always looking to change. They're always looking. Oh. But then you get the gal that cooks and doesn't punch you in the face, doesn't slash your tires, doesn't fake bipolar disorder. Hey, you're pretty hot. You got a job and no student debt? Dude, I'm erect right now. You got a 401k? Hold on. Hang on. I got to take care of something. All right, I'm back. Only with my right hand, though, because my left hand can't grab onto anything. I went dark. Ladies, just, can you try it? Can you just try it? Or at least spare us that I manifested it. If you dream it, it will come. Doobie doobie dabby doo. And then what scares me is my incredibly intelligent female friend. I'm like, wow, it almost seems like it's genetic. Like this is just, there's no dislodging it. There's no reasoning. There's not, you could have God himself come down. He's got his certification. See, I'm God. He's got his identification in it there, right? You could convince this girl. I mean, I'm not joking. Let's say God himself came down, verifiable and all. And the girl's like, I don't believe you. He says, what do you want done? Turn that tree into a monkey. Pow! It turns it into a monkey. Yeah, you're convinced? I'm God. God himself couldn't convince these girls. Look, I'm telling you, you're not going to get the guy you want unless you go to the gym and become what men want. No, my dad. So there's a more super powerful being than God. It gotta be like, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. I don't know why I created him. Poof, he goes back up to heaven and plays pool or whatever God does up in heaven. What does he slum it? Does God go down to hell and just give the devil the finger? Like, hey, how's it going, Beelzebub? Yeah, look at this shitty place. Love what you done with it. Get fucked. No, you get a little warm down here. Oh, we got 75 and perfect. No humidity up north. Nothing up there, man. No mosquitoes either. Got to be mosquitoes in hell, I'd imagine. So I think maybe which again, we've seen this time and time again. Girl X, I want to improve my life in this capacity. Caring men, maybe sometimes even caring women come in and say, well, if you'd like to improve yourself in X capacity, you need to be A, B, C, and D. You sexist, patriarchal, super hypersonic all I told you was to major in engineering. Matter of fact, that's the opposite of sexism. It's actually helping women. I want to fall in love with a man who's 6 feet tall. Well, you need to lose about 40 pounds. I hope you die, Hitler. How am I a supporter of National Socialism? Because I told you to lose weight so that you might actually be happy and in love. Just a crazy spaghetti diagram noodle female logic. But look, this ain't going to go away. It's not going to go. All I wanted for the one or two of you girls who actually care to make progress in the real world, maybe actually attain happiness, not just sit there and hope for something to go your way. For the love of God, stop it with this wooey chakra crystal astrology manifesting bullshit and go do the work. And if I dare estimate as an economist, I almost can guarantee you the amount of mental, emotional, and psychological energy you were putting into this hoping, clinging, hoping, cold bullshit. If you just put it on the treadmill or an accounting program or giving up your spending or whatever it is, or your health, you want to lower cholesterol, whatever it is, you will spend less energy doing the real work than you do pining and hoping and praying and and rubbing your fucking chakra crystals. That's it. That's it. What scared me though more was when the GF said, "Yeah, they're successful." They said, "I manifested it." It's like, no, you didn't manifest it. You earned it. That's what's really scary. Where you girls start thinking there's some kind of still a spiritual component or the universe outside amorphous entity that has an effect. No, you either do the work or you don't. That's it. That's all it was. These girls did that. And it's kind of sad because those gals did the work and they still blame it on the universe. It's like, no, for once you should take a victory lap. For once you actually achieved something. You did it. You did the thing. And it wasn't like the government lowered the standards and fired 3 men to create a job for you to make believe you did the thing. You actually did the thing. You should be like, no, it's all me. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Oh, it's my spiritual animal. Oh, fuck this shit. Yeah, I can't wait till you're all in the positions of power. This is going to be real good when we all have the same success as LucasArts films. Yeah, this is going to be when we all turn out to be as successful as Disney. So there you guys go. It's not you. I'm just so sick. There's got to be, is there like manifesting is bullshit video? Let's go to the super chats. The Human Society, $2, Band-Aid for old caps. It's not even, these aren't even Band-Aid worthy. They really are just scratch. It bruised that muscle, man. And I can't, like, I have to drink with the right, like normally I used to be left. I could drink left. That, by the way, did I share my really cool Snoopy mug? My girlfriend got me this. It was $25 at a antique store, and it was $25. She knows I really like Snoopy. I'm like, oh, $25, that's too expensive. She bought it anyway. Upper mid, there you go. Just saying, guys, what your 10 model wife is going to think like that? She'll say, why do you like Snoopy? It's a cartoon. I don't like Snoopy. You can't like Snoopy either. Yeah. I don't care how big your tits are. And that's, I'll say this. I've never had mid slash my tires. I've never been punched, had tire slash or windows broken by 6, 7s and 8s. Exclusively 9s and 10s. How dare you turn me down? I will turn you down, you fucking psycho. Thomas Ballantyne, $5. I've also sliced that muscle up on my forefinger. Yeah, it sucks. I've lost about 50% of my power in my left hand. Fucking tired of it. Oh well, such is life. Yeah, what were you, a chef? Did you cut that? There was another. Oh yeah, I got like I was walking on rocks essentially. I was going cliff jumping in South Dakota and walking on rocks to jump from the cliff into the water. And pointy rock just hurt like couldn't walk for 3 days. And you thought your foot had a bullet through it. And just that one muscle, man. And now you can't walk. Ditto, $5. Warning to all men. If your girl or woman listens to any throne from black women, run. What are you talking about, Ditto? Black women are they are the most loving, kind, sweet. They've said nothing but positive. If you go on the internet, all the black women are singing black males' praises. They're with you in solidarity. They're there to support their man, and their man, I don't mean that they can only date black men, but they have a sense of community. They have a communal love and care and passion and compassion for their men, right? When you get home, Ditto, like when you and the other black men, you get home from work, whatever you're doing, there's your loving woman there. She's like taking care of you. She's got a little food set up for you. And she's like, oh, can I rub your back if you're a physical laborer? Or, honey, can I rub your temples if you're more the accountant type? Right? They all, right? And they stay in shape and they work hard, right? They don't bring any other man's baggage or other man's kids to the table, right? They're the most, I mean, when I think cheerleaders, when I think girls that are there for the quote, their men or then team, however you want to measure it, man, black women are just there cheering you guys on. They are wins in your sails, not an anchor in the water. Thomas Ballantyne, $2. Oprah probably is the biggest adventure IT crowd. Is that a quote from the IT crowd? God, I should watch that again. Oprah, well, there's another perfect. Go read her books, watch her show. The vagina that spun gold bricks. Oh, just be yourself. And gold bricks came out of her hoo-ha. Look at that. Oh my God. You have to manifest it. Canadian National, $2. Have kids is dumb. I don't think it's dumb. I would say generally today, yes, it would be stupid. But in the overall sense of what makes people happy, having kids is not dumb. It is what you're here to do. I know that. I just went through a different life that it's like, nope, no kids, no. I want food, clothing, and shelter and stability. Don't you miss? And that miss, I never had them. I got plenty of nieces and nephews. They all love me. Like, here's $20, here's $20, here's $20, here's $20. All right, give me a hug, swing you upside down, lie to you about the nature of the world. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, trolls live over in that county. Yeah. What, really? Yeah, there's trolls over by the river. Yeah, don't. Can we go look at them? Well, I mean, you really want to look at the trolls? Did trolls come look at humans? No, they don't. I'll see. All right, maybe we'll go see a troll. Okay. Yeah, kids are great when they're not yours. Here's all the sugar and the money in the world. Here's your toy, and I'll drop you off at home. Give me a hug. All right, love you too. Generation of Power, $5. I saw a lady on YouTube who literally called herself a manifestation specialist. Exactly. See, but she knows what she's doing. She's more mercenary and street smart than her audience. Tell me you have no skills without telling me you have no skills. Right. Well, you've ever tarot card readers and Madame Wooey Woo and all that. Perhaps I know too much about different business models, but none of those make money. It's always just some lady's house that she got in the divorce settlement. She sets some room and there's candles and shit. Anything to avoid hard work. Anything. And you know what ends up happening? You end up doing way more hard work avoiding the hard work. There is no easy way. There's just the hard way and the really hard way. And the really hard way is where you waste all your time, money, and resources pursuing the easy way that never pays off. I want to start a cupcake store. Really, ladies, remove politics and just from a caloric expenditure, like how many calories of energy you're going to spend. You would spend less calories of energy staying in shape, going on the treadmill and exercising, or just dieting and having sex with a wealthy man and attracting a wealthy man, having him take care of you, than you would all this bullshit. Like, you don't think about this. Okay, is majoring in whatever political science easy? Getting a master's degree in political science, is it easy? Yes, it's easy. But think about how many calories of energy you spend in 6 years getting that master's degree. That is a tonnage of calories of energy and a tonnage of time. That's 6 years full-time work. So going to course, going to class, writing, thinking takes calories of energy, not a lot, but it takes some. Attending school, all the physical activity. You could literally build your house in those 6 years and have a house free and outright. And then, in other words, the really hard way is you waste so much time and calories of energy on shit that doesn't pay off, that if you did the hard thing, like building your own house, yeah, that's hard, you'd have a house to show for it. Or if you're physically attracted, you get a guy that you might be attracted to. But the goal is the guy. The unquittable dream, the dream that cannot be given up, is it must come with no effort. That he just likes you for you. Bullshit. Wisdom Vision Productions, $2. Manifesting, aka Man Eye Festing, Beta Bucks Deluxe. Yeah, let me know when you girls manifest your man. See, and then it's so sad. I guess just at the same time too. Tragically just, would that be a way to describe it? 52-year-old woman doesn't have any physical beauty left. She can't get her Mr. Perfect. Now she's begrudgingly like, well, maybe, hoping for a George Clooney who's 55 and a little older than her, but still Mr. Alpha. YouTube viewer, 10 generous dollars. I gave my copy of Batch of Pad Economics to my 14-year-old cousin. I plan to buy a few more copies so I can give them out to young men I know. Maybe it will help. Maybe it won't. I'm not giving them money though. Yeah, you're giving them a $22 book, but it's going to save them thousands of dollars. You're giving them a lot of money. And it's not going to hurt them. Everything in that book is going to help financially. There's no my book again, all my books, but certainly Batch of Pad Economics. There's not one thing like, well, if you're just really nice to girls and you rub your chakra crystal, then Selma Hayek's going to show up drunk in little lacy lingerie. No, it's not in there. It will help them. I mean, even if they just get one thing from the book, it'll help them. Burbshide, 5 Australian point of view, you're a Sagittarius. So when Neptune aligns with Andromeda, you can do a rain dance and Chattius Maximus will appear in his Bugatti. Yes, it will. Yeah, they didn't do the dance right though, see? Oh, you just didn't manifest yourself enough. You just didn't really see, and I can't even watch the train wreck. I can't watch those channels where they're like, oh, you kind of want to say, what bullshit are you spewing? What are you telling these women? But it's the same thing as the menu. If you go on to get my book, The Menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex, I kind of knew it intuitively where I wrote the men's menu. It's empirical, it's data, it's actually moving towards tangible things. It's about sacrifice and investment and making life work for you. But the women's menu, it's all wooey bullshit. Because I knew they weren't going to. I can't tell girls, hey, work hard, major in the right thing, sacrifice, and do that because then it pays off. And they won't listen. The horse won't drink the water. So if you read through the female menu, it's all rationalization to make them feel better. That's all it is. Calls out Kraken, $2. What new business card are you getting? Take care of business card. I'm not. What business? I'm not getting a new business card. Nonstop trade, $2. I tell people hope and cope rhyme for a reason. Alex Patino, a truck driving Latino agent in the field. So if I manifest, I could get me a blonde Icelandic twin sisters with tiggle bitties and virgin. Yes, Alex. And if you don't, you just didn't try hard enough at manifesting. Or you foolish man, Jupiter wasn't aligned with Mars, and you did it on a Tuesday. I mean, come on, Alex. And after all, you are a Scorpio, right? I mean, what were you thinking? Nope, I could never be that delusional. No. But man, see, we get this one, and here's where the victory lap comes in. Nobody gets what they want out of life in totality, not anywhere near. But at least we didn't waste our lives being delusional. There are still some men like, dude, bro, I'm going to be an investment banker, salesman, venture fintech bro. And all they do is they go bankrupt. They're constantly trying to look popular and they have no actual money or wealth. So I guess it does happen to guys too. But I think especially now with the internet has come out and told the sexes the truth about each other. One sex is accepting the truth and making tangible choices and decisions, life decisions based on it. The other is still shooting up that copium and hopium. They're still shooting it up. And at the end of our lives, we're going to go to a scoreboard. We're going to tally up our scores. And they're going to say, I think I'd love to see it. There's no way to do it. I would like, if heaven's there, it'd be pretty awesome because then I can see all these statistics. I want to know what numbers I was putting up on the board. Miles hiked, hours riding motorcycles, miles driven, total elevation gain, orgasms had, donuts eaten, hugs from nieces and nephews, stern looks from parents of nieces and nephews who didn't approve of gifts and toys I got. Number of lies and fibs I got little children to believe. Those are the numbers I want to see. Uh, and then women are, what are you going to put up? Master's degree attained, like everyone else. Bottles of wine drank. Dead cats. What? How many? What? you well, at least you didn't settle for a 7.5 truck driver. Heaven forbid they settled for a truck driver. Oh my god. Oh, by the way, Alex, I saw that picture of your that's a hell of a nice family you got. You posted that. I gave it a like. Nonstop Dre, $2. Most wives are 4 to 6s and 9 to 10 are for rent. Coach Greg Adams. Yep, it's true. Trump rocks, $5. Time to manifest yourself a Trump rock NFT before the election. Trump rocks, not rocks, but Trump rocks. Heats up. Trump rocks. Rocks. They'll buy, dude. They buy chakra crystals. Why the fuck not? But one thing, let me point out, kind of pat ourselves on the back here, showing that men are more empirical. So the trad wife thing came out. Okay, yeah, I know they get a lot of simps and all that, but the smart money anyway, most of us were like, that's fake, that's bait. Most of the guys knew it was bullshit. Get the fuck out of here with that. I have a buddy who's like, I know it's fake, but I don't care. So at least he knows to like, oh, cleavage with crucifix. Cleavage Christians. He knows like, yeah, it's a fantasy. I'm like, okay, as long as you know, it's not real. But they could imagine if, wouldn't it be the equivalent? So you got the trad wife bullshit going on, right? What if like sexy men, like tens men, did the whole thing? Yeah, I'm a Democrat. Like dude, somebody not me. Someone who's a really good looking guy. I get Matt Hussey does this maybe to a certain extent, but not to the level or the focus I'm talking about. What if men's who were 10, okay, hear me out on this, you just became that impossible to exist, sensitive 90s yet masculine Christian Grey Jack Democrat, where you, hear me out, and you could guys have like subgroups, like different guys, Operation Evil right here. All right. But you got to be a good looking guy to do it. So you bust your ass off at the gym. The way you can monetize that is like you study economics and you become the Democrat alpha of economics and you explain why socialism works. So you're just masturbation material for these girls. And you can, like Paul Krugman, you come up with good, empirically evidence-backed economic reasons for socialism. But that's the formality. That's like the fantasy. You're a Jack 10. Or you become like the Jack feminist. You read feminist theory and you spew it. And you could be the most conservative, traditional man, and it doesn't matter. You go make the money. What else? You could be the jacked guy who does the woo-woo shot. Like tarot cards. We just need a good-looking man to do tarot card readings on the internet. You could do it, guys. The good-looking horse guy? Like you study horses, and hey, it's the horse guy. I'm totally not gay, and we're going to talk about quarter horses today. And oh yeah, this is a thing. You don't have just ask the rancher. Okay, what the fuck is this horse? All right, what do I need to know about it? Give me the script. Hey, Henry the Horseman here. How you doing, ladies? Nonstop Dre, female logic. That's an oxymoron. I've seen it, and I am pro individual first. I mean, we are painting with a wide brush, generally speaking. But yeah, it's starting to look that way. There are some women who do it. They're not a lot, but they're not there. There are there. Nonstop Dre, $2. The dog finally bit Cappy back on his hand. Hashtag Pete. No, I slipped and hit a rock. Andre Sierra. Dre, you're an okay looking guy, right? You were Jack Marine. I'm not kidding. Well, see, then you'd have to be public. You do kind of have a career going on. Yeah, boy, that. I'm just saying, make some quick money, man. Just we could play at their game too. The Belle Daphne. Oh my God, I have funny ears and I sell my bathwater. Just do that. Just be a good-looking guy and tell these girls what they want to hear. You could almost do, instead of asshole consulting, listening guy consulting. You know, like Fraser Crane, I'm here for you. Except you're not Fraser Crane. You're like this 35-year-old Adonis who I'm ladies, what is your concern? Oh, yes. And you'd have to come up with the bullshit. You have to, well, I'm not saying you go to the level of men of, well, you see, men are just intimidated by you. And I don't think you realize how intimidating you can be. And that's why he didn't text you back. Just give them the fucking bullshit and take their money. Just like women's magazines and websites do nowadays, and the Democrat Party and corporations. Ha 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 ha! I'm kidding. Corporations don't take women's money. They just take all their youth away. They just take their lives away. That's all they do. Whoa. Somebody not me, do this. Nonstop Dre, $2. I've only dated non-black women throughout my life. What, really? You never dated a black gal? Not even when you were growing up in the hood? Like you literally, like, no high school sweetheart? No middle school girl at the dance? Phil Henry, hey man, what's up? $5. So I started business talking to cats via crystals. I'll promote you, man. I don't know if you get your target audience, but I'll promote you. As a high-paid service sounds lucrative. Phil, why not run with it, man? Just run with it. I mean, dumber shit has happened. Nonstop Dre, $2. Congratulations, I saw your books in a library. God damn it, really? What, in the Mideast? I hope not. Sig226, $2. Take the I out of manifest and you get manfest. Well, sure. Girl, he's just around the corner, ladies. Just around the corner. My truth, $2. That rain dance was a little off. You didn't do a perfect circle. Hence why that perfect 10, 1 in 10,000, only pumped and dumped you. But I'm sure the next 10K man will stick around next time. Yeah, she got to do a rain dance a little bit better. And she did it clockwise. You got to do it counterclockwise. That was the problem. Causal Kraken, $5. I was listening to your podcast from yesterday. Your credit card got declined because of overseas flight booking. Have some issue. What card? It's some no-name card. It's through the bank that I go through, and what I'm sure it is all banks offer a credit card, but they don't actually have the credit card facility. They just slap their logo on a card that's ran by whatever, Visa, MasterCard, one of the main card companies. And this card company is shit. And so I'm just like, I'm done. I'm not dealing with it. Keith Cornea, $2 Canadian. They should manifest a better personality. No, Keith, have you not heard what the thing I've said? The goal, no. Okay, the goal is the functional use of the word. A better, more an equivalently applicable word, in addition to goal, that is their goal. I'm not denying that. Their birthright, their entitlement is Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds, some other handsome guy named Ryan. And the dream is that they don't have to do anything to get it. They don't have to manifest the men will like them for the personality. That's the whole thing, Keith. Because if it's not looks, it's for what is it? I have a friend. Is she fat? She has a great personality, so she's fat. It's always he likes me for me. And here's another thing, ladies. Just bear with me if you can sustain this criticism. What makes you so fucking special? Question for you girls out there. Oh my God, another liberal arts major who's a Democrat or Democrat light and quote is a feminist because she was told to be, and she likes to travel and she has pets. And you work at whatever, the dog rescue, just like what, you are so fucking common. There's grains of sand in the desert that have more unique characteristics and personality compared to all the grains of sand in the day. You girls are so common. Why would a guy, you want to talk about personality? What makes you so fucking special? What's unique about your personality? You're just like every other girl out there. You watch the same shows, you do the same things. Sadly, you're very commodity like. This piece of lumber is no different than that piece of lumber. Oh, you're all oh, wait, I'm sorry. What makes you unique and special? You put the bullhorn ring in your nose on the right nostril, whereas every other girl put it on. Oh, your tattoos are in Japanese, not Chinese. Well, that tattoo is so different than all the other girls' tattoo. Get the fuck out of here. I know. Developing a personality takes effort. So that's also nope. You could just be the most common, mass-produced, modern-day American woman with no uniqueness, no personality, no unique thoughts. God, I'd almost take like a hardcore, well-educated Marxist who actually studied Marxism. At least that's different. At least she could explain to me why she's entitled to my money. I like HR major. And I want to get my master's degree. I own a condo. I so care about the children. And I watch the television shows I was told to watch. And Aaron can't make fun of him because he doesn't know the titles. And I'm strong and independent. Oh. No, I'd rather be dead than have a relationship with that. Just nope. Like that. It's just even comments just like, look, could you try? Don't you think having a slightly different personality or an eccentricity about you would be a logic? Okay, so girls want to get the guys without going to the gym or actually delivering what men want in terms of physical youth and beauty. You would think, okay, girls say, okay, I want to be something different. And I don't know if it's like you change your beliefs, but I'm gonna claim I like fishing. I'm gonna claim I like guns. They don't even do that. I'm gonna dye my hair green because that totally makes me different than the girl who dyed her hair blue. He'll notice. I'm so different. I'm not like the other girls. Yeah, you sure aren't. You tatted up your left hand and then put black nail polish on your right. Unlike all the other girls who put black nail polish on the left hand and then tat up the right. It's just so different. Yeah, your tramp stamp is different than all the other girls. I'm in love with you. What a thing I can glom onto and get invested in. No one, not one girl's, not one. Nonstop Dre, I'll accept your challenge and become Denzel Washington. Yeah, well, Denzel became a great actor, but let's say we have a young and up and coming Denzel. There are several. There's a good looking black man out there who's the next Denzel Washington. But I don't know if it's going to be through Hollywood. But if he just knew, with his Denzel, ladies, I like her, the Old Spice guy. How you doing? Hey, oh, we love you, dude. Dre, listen to me, Dre. You got a built-in audience with the black female community. If you could see, Matt Hussey does it for white gals, but there's some black gals in his audience too. There isn't a black male Hussey. And no one knows what you look like, Dre. So you could come up with a different name. All right. And if you hit the gym and, you had the Denzel mannerisms and the smile and the way he bobbles his head. And then you tell them the bullshit that they want to hear. You get some of that money back that you paid in taxes. Dre, $2, but I'll wait until I'm late 30s, early 40s. All right, well, just keep making your money. Dre, again, $2. I went to prom with a black girl, but didn't date her. All right. I'd love to see that picture. I wouldn't share it, but if you happen to have that picture, I'd love to see young Dre going to prom with his date. Thomas Ballantyne, $2. I was just sharpening my pocket knife. No shit, really? God damn, man. Shadow Ghost, 20 Australian. Thank you very much, Shadow Ghost. It has nothing to say. Tom again for $2. Slim lady with brains or big bazookas? Which is better? I'm gonna go with the big bazookas because it's really nice to have an intelligent woman, but they gotta be nice. The number one thing is the girl's gotta be nice. Otherwise, I mean, if you're short term, well, the bazookas obviously, but the brains, it's really nice to have that, but she's gotta be nice. And if you say big bazookas are being nice, you gotta be nice. So since those 2 are secondary, even tertiary, but not less important or not unimportant traits, I guess I go with the big bazookas because then at least you're physically invested. It it goes back to the foundation to all male-female relationships is sexual attraction. If you don't have that, you don't have nothing. Uh, I like me the smart girls, I do, but I've dated plenty of smart girls who were mean. It's like, nope, give me the dumb nice one. I'll take the dumb nice one. And just so you know, it will wear on you. I dated a really sweet, nice girl. God, was she dumb though. And it just we have to do that because if we don't do that, then we can't do this. Oh, like how did you get a college degree? How are you in mid-level? How? How? Causal Kraken, $2. Do you recommend Bank of America for a business? Not really. I mean, they're fine. You want to do all your business banking. You want to do all your banking online. Um, hang on, I got a sore throat here. I they're no better or worse than Wells Fargo. However, I did have bank accounts with Bank of America at one time, and when I had to go in, it was welfare day. It's a shit show. A lot of times the banks weren't open. They just put a sign up, paper sign, we're closed due to staffing shortages. But I don't know any other bank that ain't like that. I mean, Wells Fargo, you don't know. I mean, are they going to just create a credit card account for you that you didn't ask for, which they did? I know Huntington Bank is shit. I don't know if it's like people that don't you every once in a while you have to have personal banking done in person? But when I go in now more modernly, it's welfare day. It's the degenerates of society. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Don't normal people bank too? And so I don't know. I would eschew Bank of America. Eh, but if you can do it all online, it's no better or worse than Wells Fargo or Huntington or whatever. Fuck Chase. Fuck the large New York ones. Fuck those guys. But which overweight mid do you want to date in America? Oh, there you go. My truth, the king, $5. Laugh out loud because landing a perfect 1 in 10,000 is rare, but landing that eighth or ninth 0.001% will only get easier. 1 times 10K times 9 chances. You're that special one. Right. Well, there's the delusion calculator, which I know the guy who did it, and the math is actually a little bit off on that because he didn't account for co-correlation. But I between the guy who did the delusion calculator, the work Fresh and Fit did, it has been very well established now just how delusional women's expectation of men are. And I know there's a lot of theater and all that, but especially with online dating, we know it's you ever have someone in your family that's like mentally ill or just not there or a drug addict or something like that? There's no getting through to them. It's kind of like that. It's like there's no getting through to you. And you have to leave these people or a good friend, whatever, about to marry someone they shouldn't or make a really bad life decision, but they're committed to it. Like, okay, you know what, man, I can't help you. You got to leave yourself. It's sad that's happening on a nationwide level. Men are just for their own sake, just to like, well, here's what my life is. Like, I better enjoy my life, but you've made it untenable to have relationships with you. So good luck. Yeah. Go get your what do they call it? The little scrolls. Go get your astrology thing. What is it? Have your something read. Yeah, have fun at the checkout lane and get your prediction. Have fun with that. Yeah, 1985, $5. I've been with all types, race, backgrounds, economical positions, and I feel like they are all the same for the most part. It's what I've and maybe you guys can do this. The underlying problems. It could be male female relations, marriage, economic, financial. The underlying problems are all the same. Number one cause of poverty, having more kids than you could afford. That affects every race, group, people, no matter what. Why aren't you making money? You all majored in dumb shit. Male, female, Hispanic, white, doesn't matter. But in the United States, as far as we're concerned, and I don't even think it's because the left puts so much of a factor on traits, whether it's gender or race, sexual preference. There's certainly that, but that modernly people glom onto that because that's what they're told to glom onto. And there's also some authentic cultural phenomena that comes with group. Hispanic culture is different than Asian culture, but different than white, which is different than black. But each group, whether it's race, trait, even geography, like Southerners do shit differently than Seattleites. So whatever group it is, it acts as a prism. So the light is the same. It goes through the prism of culture, race, gender, sexual preference, mental disorder, fake or not, whatever you want. And then the light coming out is a little different in every case. Underlying problem is still the same, but it manifests itself differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about pissing away money. So white women from the suburbs piss away money on spa treatments, $8,000 handbags, and shoes. Latino men, which I didn't know, but thanks for a couple people, Latinos, Atham included. Latino men, lower middle income class of society, but they'll go get a brand new fancy truck, which who dang diggly white people do in Wyoming too, but just to give you an example. They don't get an Audi A8 and they'll go to the nail salon, but they'll be living 8 people in a 2-bedroom trailer and they'll have a fancy truck that's more valuable than the thing. What else? What would be profligate spending? Single women would probably get master's degrees. So you see, it all comes out differently, but it's all the same. You pissed away money on shit that ain't going to matter. Why? Main light going into the prism. You got a spending addiction or you don't know value. And so you say I've been with all types, race, background. I feel like they're all the same for the most part. Right. Generally speaking, women don't like men in this country that much. They don't hate them. But viewed through different cultures, like black women are perhaps a bit more vocal about it. White women are a bit more passive aggressive and just more silent, like they just. Asian girls, I don't know. They're the quiet. I don't know how that manifests. Somebody in the Asian culture could tell me. And Latinas, I think they stab everyone. They're very stabby. It all comes out. But the underlying problem, you don't like men that much. All right, we get it. Ditto, $2. Black women have Derek Jackson spot filled. Oh, that's right. Derek Jackson. That's right. I forgot. You're right. You're right. He's got that. But does he do videos like consultations or seminars like Matt Hussey does? Nonstop Dre, $2. I'll send you photos, but you will get them from Chad. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's Chad. And Nonstop Dre, $2. Has the great one dated non-white women before? I think so. I don't want to delve too much into his dad. I'm pretty sure he has. I mean, it wasn't normal. I mean, it wasn't the norm. I've dated different women of different races, but it was certainly the minority because, not a lot of non-white people in Wisconsin, Minnesota, or at least back in the day. Now Minnesota's all about diversity. Actually, you should be ashamed if you're not dating someone who's diverse. You'd be very ashamed. How dare you date a white person in Minnesota? You should. Oh man, Somalis, they're hot. Yeah, they're hot. Actually, some Somali gals, they're like, whoa, where the hell did you come from? It's weird. There is some like, dang, all right, well, sure. Yeah, but I don't want to delve too much into his private stuff. All right, so link below, ladies, if you want some help, if you actually want to succeed in life, you have been lied to your entire lives. You don't have a dad. If you did have a dad, chances are you didn't listen to him. So please take my course, The Dad You Never Had. There is male and female sections. Men, I know you're probably a little bit more interested in wanting to have success in life, or maybe to have the pain and failure go away, or just not to fail as much, to stop being with the failure. What am I doing wrong? Well, your dad didn't tell you because your dad wasn't around. So there's a course, both for men and women. The Dad You Never Had. Obviously, it's a little bit more practical and involves more than stop thinking manifesting is a thing. So there's that. And then Bachelor Pad Economics. I know it's bachelor, indicating it's for men. And yes, it was written for men, but there's a lot of good financial advice in there. All financial decisions, starting from 14 to death, all major and mediocre financial decisions, 14 to death. Right there, one book. You don't have to read the whole thing. You go to the section where I'm thinking about setting up a retirement account. Then you go to the retirement chapter. I'm thinking about choosing a degree. Go to the education chapter. But I guarantee you, girls, that book will help you out way more than all of the women's magazines and the Oprahs and all that, because all the women lied to you. It's one thing I don't get. Man, you girls really do want to lie to your fellow sisters, don't? What is with that shit? All right, that's it. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.